It's called
Why are we
fascination.
so? Yeah, my brother. I was trying to wait for him to call me back, but the infatuation with what people more other cultures would deem negativity. Where do we
Mm.
get that from?
What you mean?
So like we love the things that if you outside looking in may not be so positive.
Oh, because it's looked at like it's ours. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, think about it like this: 90, I'm gonna say 99.3% of the black people in their communities have never saw the plug. Right? So when you get these guys who seemingly are, the Rick Rosses of their neighborhoods, it seems like they're controlling a market. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're the gods of this specific environment, right? And then they coming through with the candy painted Chevys and the S500s and all this different stuff. It's like they put themselves um above like the bus driver and the train driver and the guy that work at Walgreens and the forklift drivers. Like, it just, you can't deny the allure of it, man. And at some point you kind of say, man, people gonna get high. Somebody got to sell the drugs. I'd rather it be this guy that's gonna be in the neighborhood telling the kids, man, go to school before I fuck you up. This guy that's gonna be in the neighborhood passing out turkeys during the holidays. It's conditioning, man. At some point, you got to just accept things the same way they want us to accept the law.
Okay. Anybody else? What you guys think? I understand that
Hey man,
point.
I'm glad he brought up the benevolent crack dealer, man. I can't, bro. I can't do this. I just can't. That's the problem. Niggas make excuses for the worst niggas of the fucking situation, and then we have literally woven that shit into the culture as to where you're supposed to look at to the motherfuckers who the biggest terrorists and the biggest harms to the shit. So it's self-inflicted. It's some shit that only we can change, and until we do that, I mean, it's never gonna stop. That's why the music and the entertainment is the way it is. That's why the violence and the crime is the way it is. You ain't a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? You pussy, you this, all this other shit. You're lesser of a man unless you are involved in criminality, and then violent criminality at that. So that's pretty much the all in all of it.
Hmm.
But do you? But do you
Hold on,
have?
I want to get a couple more opinions before we break down each other's opinion. What you think, Mr. Williams? Why do we exalt the things that other cultures would probably say are negative?
Um, I think it's vibrational slavery. To be honest,
What was the
that's
first
how I
word?
feel about it. Vibrational slavery.
What you mean?
I mean, it just trickled down, and it just became part of the culture. Us seeing, pimps back in the day, all of that. That was looked up to. Oh, he got a lot of women. He's getting a lot of money. You know, sports, the same thing. You work your ass off. Why? Because you want to go to the league. You want to get paid. I mean, it just, you work hard. To get a job, to do what? To get a house, to get a car. You know, all of that. I mean, it just trickled down, and history repeats itself. It's just in different ways.
Hmm. You believe in epigenetics?
Oh no, I always I just have a tug of war nowadays with a lot of things. I mean, I have a tug. I just it's like looking at it 50-50, like from the good and the bad and the indifferent. You know, I really it's hard for me to answer that, to be honest.
Okay. What's your thought? Why do we exalt things that other cultures would probably deem negative? Even though there's a lot of imitation of our culture for sure.
I don't know. Being from St. Louis, where there's number one on the murder rate right now. Some of these
St.
cats,
Louis did.
yeah, right now they're weird. So besides all that, it's just some of these cats are stuck in some spaces they can't get out of due to whatever circumstances. So some of these cats be just that's what it is. They neck of the woods. Their culture is what it is. So I can't run from it. It's
No,
unfortunate. You know what I mean?
but even think about it, like even us though, right? Like for instance, I still watch battle rap, and you know it's full of what it's full of. Is that or is that just entertainment? So I'm not subscribing to it because it's just music. What you think, Cole?
Well, I watch it too. You hear me? So, but you know what it is. You know what it is though. It's like it's a different demographic though. You know exactly what you're getting out of that. You know what I mean? You walking outside your house is a different thing than you watching what you're watching and knowing better. You know what I'm saying? You can decide to cut it off if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's what you decide to watch, but sometimes you can walk outside your door. You may not have a choice. There might be some guys on the corner you can't pass by without getting ridiculed or telling you, "Hey, little man, come here." You hear me? You got no choice. Maybe you may not have an OG or a big brother or a big homie to stop all that. You hear me? That's all you got to deal with. So I think a lot of young cats been put in them corners. So
yeah. Oh my! But the thing is, Americans as a whole love gangsters. The Godfather, Sopranos, Power. What culture don't like gangsters? Got a point.
What's the Chinese one? Fantastic.
Yakuza. The Yakuza.
Yeah.
Well, Japanese. The Chinese is
that's true. If y'all ever watch this show called The Warrior, it came on Cinemax then HBO, and it's about the gangs that were in San Francisco back when the Chinese were over there. It's great too. But yeah, they had that similar. Yeah. Mr. Gold, what's your take? I know you have some choice rhetoric regarding black people as a whole.
Well, you know, I like to couch it in solutions, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? There's no point in just criticizing someone.
Mm-hmm.
And what I think, and based upon what I see, again, I've been a landlord for a very long time.
Say that shit one more time.
From what I see, having been a landlord for a very long time, and I think the landlord is like, you know, truly at the root of like the economy. Typically, on most people's biggest bill. You got a problem with your girlfriend, you got a problem with your boyfriend, I'm gonna know that shit if it impacts the rent. So what I've seen is that a lot of people gonna start hating on me and flaming me in the chat, but I hope
I'm about to.
Is that I think a lot of black men have topped out in many cases, and maybe that topping out is at a very low ceiling. And I think that women, by and large, are drawn to alpha-like men. And I remember years ago, I read about a guy named Tavon White. I think it was Tavon White. And he was in prison facing life in Baltimore. And he was getting the correctional officers pregnant. They were dating this nigga. He was buying them cars and shit. And I thought to myself, like, damn, like, I see a whole lot of black men that can't even buy themselves a car. And here's a black man in prison where women are choosing him over free men because he's an alpha. He's a black mafia family, a guerrilla family in Baltimore. And women like alpha men. And I think there are a lot of men out here today that aren't necessarily alphas. And the women are choosing the alphas. And that's why you'll see women with men with 3 baby mamas. And some men out here with none. Because those women that would rather have share a baby daddy are choosing the alpha. And that's what I think is happening, at least in Black America, as I see it.
And
I hope people don't think that's a criticism. It's not. I'm not criticizing.
No, Mr. Gold. So you think that the men who are getting in trouble or running the streets, those men are alpha, and do you also think that's why men admire them?
Well, I'm not saying men admire them,
but you know, based on what we see, you know, the speculation is that there's a lot of admiration for people that go through jail and stuff like that. Do you agree or no? In our culture.
Yeah, because you know the ones, and I'm talking about the ones that are successful that go through prison.
Yeah,
typically those are, you know, our best men. Now they may just go into prison,
damn,
but they are the ones that have. If you understand like business, there's an element of you need to be risky to take a chance on a business. They're risky men. They just applying it in the wrong way. And a woman likes a man that would take a chance. Don't want to keep the dice in his hand. She want a man that roll them dice. And I think that's why the gangsters and even the people that you're talking about, they look up to them. That may be why, because a man might look at another man who's willing to take a chance and willing to risk it all. He admire that shit.
Yeah.
He wish he had it.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. That's an interesting point. Anybody disagree with that?
Absolutely.
That those men have a different level. That those men just have a different level of bravado.
Man, all he did was remix what I said earlier. He just simplified it. I appreciate it though. That's using the word alpha, right? But that's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
That these guys lift themselves above everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Are they lift themselves? Do they lift themselves means or are they lifted?
No, they're the one making the choices. Right? They're making the choices that put them in the position to be at the levels they are. Yeah. So yes, it's absolutely them.
But the other part that I'm making is that I think a lot of the straight, by their book black men have topped out.
Oh, you talking about the lames? Yeah.
Well, I ain't calling them lames, but they're overeducated in many ways, and the migrants are coming here, and they're making straight money, cash money. You see it all over these inner cities. The black men, the young black men, in the same class or state as those migrants, they can't compete with them.
Yo, y'all gotta come on, man.
No. Listen, Mr. Galt, right on that point. So I'm in Houston, right? All my shit was messed up. I had water coming in the house. I had to replace a floor. The fence came down. I had to saw up a tree. All this shit, right? So I'm running back and forth to Home Depot, doing all I can do, right? And then I'm there. Me and Georgie go for the last time. Me and her, one of my daughters, right? And the Mexicans are sitting over there, right? Sitting on the curb, just waiting. And I got with one of them. He spoke good English. He did. We did all the projects together. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a hole in the wall. I said, "Hey, can you do this too?" Right? It wasn't even a part of the plan, but just because. And sure enough, he made a decent amount of money in record time because I paid him a cost and he got it done in way less hours than I would have gotten it done. You know what I mean? So it just, I understand that point.
No, but where was he at though? See, this is wrong. Where was he at? Where did you meet him at? Exactly. Right. The difference is that the brothers ain't at Home Depot. They own businesses. They have business cards. They have emails and all this other stuff. But I'm just saying they're not sitting out at Home Depot waiting on the work. Right. They are legitimate contractors. You know what I'm saying? They run businesses like white men run businesses. You didn't have no white man sitting up there waiting either, right? The black men do that too. The median income in America is $50K for black men. That means that half of black men make more than $50K.
Okay.
Right. That's 50 and up for half of the black men. So
how they market themselves and get their business is they don't have the need to sit out on the curb at Home Depot.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And benefits and 401ks or retirements and stock shares and a whole lot of other shit. So that's why I say, yeah, man. I don't like that shit. And that's why I said it's not a level of and again, niggas ain't picking no watermelons and oranges, nigga. You don't want to be no big in 2024.
Yeah, man, he was man. I mean, he wasn't that old either. But
now I will say that though, they do be knowing a lot of stuff young because the cats that my mom used, them cats be young and they be knowing what they doing young. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Man, I could tell you a million stories, or I could just tell you one that would make the point. But whenever I can jump in,
tell me the one. Go ahead.
Go ahead. And so here's the story. I see some people in your chat. I've been on CT's channel before, and so I think people judge me for that. But I'm my own man. I have my own opinions. So, but I told this story once, and I think it it really indicates what I'm saying. I had a guy once. He called me. He's a tenant of mine, a guest, really. And so he calls me. He says, "Hey, man, my bed is loose." I said, "Okay, I'll come over there and tighten up your bed." And if anyone has ever put a bed from Amazon together, I know y'all you niggas are laughing, but let me finish the story. And so if anyone has ever tightened up a bed on, you bought a bed from Amazon, you put it together, they usually sing you like a little alley wrench or whatever, and you tighten the screws up. Everyone familiar with that, right?
Yes.
I'm not speaking in French or anything.
No.
So I get over there to tighten up the bed,
Mm-hmm.
and his girlfriend was asleep in the bed. So I got to wake her up. Hey, get up. Bed needs tightening. Let me tighten this bed. This was a Georgetown graduate, master's degree. And here I am having to come do the most rudimentary, basic task that someone could do. And I'm doing it for his own benefit so he can get back to jumping up and down on this girl, having sex with her. And here he is introducing another man, a man of higher status than him, into his private dwellings to tighten up his bed. Very simple. And this is what I keep saying, like, you have a lot of very, very intelligent, educated, book smart young men who don't even know how to drive a nail into a piece of wood, tighten up their own bed so they can fuck on it. And women lose respect for those type of men. He's full of education, but just no ability to apply that education. And I think that's really the biggest problem.
Yeah. Not being handy, is that still important? I mean, is being handy important? Like, as a man, like, be able to fix shit in your own house and all that?
No, not nowadays, no. Because like I said, most of these motherfuckers never gonna own no house. So they priced out. Everything they do is digital, right? Internet, phone, computer. Yeah, man. Like I said, these kids don't know about changing no tires, man.
Here's the
Like,
thing, though. Here's the thing that
Let me counter that, Hamp.
Well, no, wait, hold on 1 second.
Let me counter that, Hamp. And I don't mean to jump in here.
You do mean to jump in there because you heard me talking to you.
Let him counter it. Go ahead, Mr. Gold, counter it.
I think that's the biggest flaw of these overeducated black men. When your car break down on the side of the road and you sitting there helpless with your woman, she wants you to get out there and change that tire. And you be like, I don't know, I do. I'm educated. I'm gonna call somebody. You gotta wait 45 minutes. And that shit comes in handy. It's never gonna end. When you get a leak up under your sink. Matter of fact, let me tell you this. You Google how many times a woman has left to go off and be with her landscaper or her pool cleaner. When you invite men into your home, tragedy can happen.
So you basically just saying women ain't shits. Just say that.
That ain't what I'm saying. What I'm saying,
obviously what you're saying.
Well, hey man, that's you take that up with the women. What I'm saying, as a man, what you can control is
yes, I can control the fact that I'm not a goddamn electrician.
I gotta come in your house and tighten up your bed.
That's your crazy ass story. I'm saying in general. I'm not an electrician,
you
bro.
don't think there are a lot of men out here?
No, nigga. I never had nobody come and tighten up my bed.
Mr. Fantastic himself said being handy has no value. Okay, well, who's gonna come clean up his bed?
Don't. That's the point of getting the bag.
Hold on, brother. Hold on, you gotta get something straight. Hold on, brother.
That's the point of getting the bag.
Yeah, but hold on, brother. So first off, I'm not talking about myself, obviously. Okay, I don't know if you know my background, but not talking about me. I'm talking about I think Hamp was talking about in current times, in modern times, and with the upcoming generations. I'm telling you, with someone who has a son that's 18 years old, okay, and thanks to me doing the shit the way I was done, to where I gave him like a little cash car that he got to put some work into and has to, know about oil changes, has to keep up with certain shit to keep the motherfucker running. Versus just going out here and buying him a brand new 2023 or 2024 for whatever, to where, the lessons is in the blessing. My son know how to do all that shit. Now, is he anywhere near as mechanically inclined as I am now? Hell, no way. Again, I got 20 years of aircraft mechanical and electrical experience. Okay, but at my time for 18, he's getting there. due to the fact of the matter that he didn't see it and they wanted, oh, Dad, I want something. No, you nigga, you gonna get this. I got a little beater, get around car. It's a motherfucker run. It's 200,000+ miles. It's been running good, and make it work. When it die, it die. If you want to motherfucking bring it back, so on and so forth. My son done changed out a fucking he had to change out all the hoses on his car because the damn hoses went bad. He had to change all those shits out. He had to change out a thermostat. Hell, I even learned some shit about a thermostat on the car that I had. I didn't even know that the thermostat for this shit is like a whole assembly. So in the process of that, I'm doing my job. And my son I got here, trust me, it's frustrating to when lefty loosey, righty tighty. You know what I'm saying? With a 10-year-old. So I've been with my youngest, you know what I'm saying, for the whatever. So
you do agree then that handy skills are valuable. Like initially, it sounded like you were saying it's not worth anything.
It's not, and that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, for us to have an understanding of it, yes. I'm not saying it's not valuable, but like I said, valued. These young kids don't value it because they don't have a reason. John, these niggas don't even get their own food no more. They got DoorDash and Uber.
Yeah,
you know, man, I could talk a lot about DoorDash and Uber as a landlord because I see all the Go Puff bags, these bags. But I'm not going to talk about that. I do agree for everything you're saying here. I must have misunderstood what you said. But
I'm just saying
but fantastic. This is the other part of it though that I don't think people think about. Like I remember when my mom got her house and shit, right? And you know, she wanted her old man to take care of the lawn. She went out and spent all this money and bought the big ass ride around lawnmower, right? So that he could sit on it and shit. Cause he was like 78 or some shit when she got the house. So she go buy the big ass riding lawnmower. He might have used the motherfucker 10 times. She ended up getting it to my uncle, and now she got a motherfucker that come out and do the lawn every 2 weeks, right? Which was what I told her to do from the beginning. The point is that this is how you put money back into the economy as well, though. Y'all don't want niggas to sell drugs, but then if they start a landscaping business, they can't even do the landscaping for you because you just got to do everything yourself. Here I come to save the day. Like, no, motherfucker, it's okay to use other people. And guess what? I should not have to worry about my woman sleeping. That's not the point. That's what I'm saying. That's not the point.
Are you saying spend money haphazardly?
No. What I'm saying is you just made the argument for me when you said getting that guy to come into your house where your family, your wife, and everybody live at to help you fix the things that needed to be fixed was better for you because you were able to do things in a timely fashion. And it cost you a little bit of money, and it was also able to benefit him. And he was able to go take care of his family and do things that he needed to get done. There's nothing wrong with that. This fear mongering that if I let any man come in my house, my woman gonna bang him. Like that's goofy shit, man.
I see what you're arguing.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
It's not. It's okay. It's not what you said. You're right.
It's not what I'm saying.
Niggas with this bullshit. We heard exactly what you said. You're speaking English,
kind of like metaphorically. If a woman sees a soft man, can't cut grass, can't fix a leak up on the sink, can't change oil, can't change your tire, can't do anything but get out and go work for someone else. There's an element of weakness in there.
Oh my god, bro.
That's just my opinion.
Yep.
And if a man can't use a drill, a screw, a hammer, a Allen wrench to tighten up his own bed, he got to call somebody to do that. That's an element of weakness. Maybe you don't agree with me. Maybe I'm wrong. I can accept being wrong. Right?
John,
no, you can't.
You're
I can't. If you think I'm wrong, that's fine. I'll accept it.
It's not that you're wrong, but you're wrong for this time. That's what we're trying to tell you. You're out of touch with the times. Nobody does their own. Go ahead, Hamp. I'm sorry.
Well, okay, no, I understand. I think we understand both arguments. Well, it's a discussion, right? This is fantastic. But are there certain things that are still outlawed? Like, can you ask another man in front of your wife to open a jar for you?
No. Of course not. No. But
I'm just trying to see like when it stops.
I think it's a huge line between having a man opening up a jar for you in front of your old lady. Now I think that anything to do with my bed is wild. It's crazy. I'm never asking a random man to come do something to my bed. But let's just say, like you said, the plumbing thing. Plumbing is complicated, bro. Take this from a nigga who tried the what's name. I had shit I had to replace on the fucking what's name, and I didn't know about plumber's tape. No idea, nigga. The screw. Yeah. I'm just used to screwing. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Screw the motherfucking shit on there, and it's good to go.
Yeah.
I did everything right, and Hamp, I ended up paying a nigga $100 to come out there and put a piece of tape on.
plumber
You know, he
tape
told
on
me you did good, but yeah, man, plumber tape.
Yeah.
Remember
Hey,
that,
Mr.
nigga.
Fantastic, you know, yeah, the 100%. We for my company, we hang TVs and stuff like that, but we also install what's the thing? It's slipping my mind. Duvet that you they squirt water up your ass to wash your ass.
Bidet.
We be charging these clients $150 to do this shit. It take all of 10 minutes, per bidet, right? And it's just crazy, like, because people just don't know, right? You unscrew, but you need the tape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just, you have to be. Is it okay? Can we agree that men have to be functional to an extent? Or are you saying as long as you can call somebody, it doesn't matter?
I'm saying that I agree with the manly principle. What I'm saying is the manly principle has degraded and changed so much to where that's no longer the way it is. A woman does not look down, a 20-some-year-old woman or older, 25-year-old woman, she doesn't look down on a man for not knowing how to do those things. She just feel like all the niggas she around is like that way. You feel me? And she don't have no dad in the house. She don't have no uncle. She's never seen a man do any of these things, these qualities. So to her, that's the norm for that age group. So what I'm saying is the whole generation that's coming up, they don't see no fucking value in that shit. I can call somebody. Like I said,
absolutely.
bro. These
they don't want to do it for. They don't want to do it for an income. They damn sure don't want to do it for free. Like, this is why they're trying to get to the bag. All of these things are considered service industries, and it's the American dream to be able to pay another motherfucker to do all this service shit that you don't want to do yourself any fucking way. I got AAA on my vehicle. If I catch a flat, you fucking right, I'm on the phone. Hey, I'm at motherfucking highway marker 134. Come fix this fucking tire. That's what I paid for.
If it's in the rain,
can I respond? Help? Can I
respond? If it's in the rain,
help?
I'm waiting in that car, nigga.
Can I respond? Help?
Go ahead, Mr. Galt. Go ahead.
What I'm referring to is, it's one thing to have AAA on your vehicle. You got the bag, you can pay for that. But there are many men that don't have the bag, and when they get a flat, shit, they stuck. Maybe they got to get their girls AAA, or maybe they got to enroll in AAA, or maybe they have AAA, but they can't do anything. And I'm a firm believer. I'm a little bit older, maybe most of you guys. Women, at the end of the day, they want a man that can do something, because many men aren't going to be able to just go out here and make $150,000. I've been a software developer most of my life. I ain't seen many of y'all sitting across or in this stand up with me. Not many blacks are software developers.
Am I debating this nigga tomorrow?
So what I'm saying is that, if you don't think if you don't think women value it, then live long enough. Maybe I'm wrong.
The point ain't about whether or not they value it. That's not the point.
Cheeky, what's poppin'?
What's good?
Champ, what up?
Yeah, man, maybe young fellas can say, put some what's name. John, we just saying, bro, we agreeing with you, bro. We just tell you, these women you're talking about are not the same women that are gonna, be here, like, you know what I'm saying, way beyond whatever. The women your age,
10 years.
younger, yeah, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? They might care about that shit. But the ones that's just now getting grown and they under 30, that's the norm for them. And then, like you said, the bag outweighs everything. That nigga can afford it. He can pay for it. He can this. He can that. You know what I'm saying? Right. Whatever. So, again, and actually, it's the inverse. Nigga, you gotta cut your own grass. Nigga, you gotta fix your own car. You ain't got the bread. So that's what we saying, John. The dynamic has flipped as to where a man is seen as a motherfucking wallet in his pocket before any of that masculine shit you talking about. Again, why? Because there hasn't been any, these women haven't seen masculinity. These women have not seen a man do none of that shit. They didn't grow up with no daddy. The majority of them didn't grow up with daddies in the house. You know what I'm saying? And mama would, and they got 4 other brothers and sisters with different last names. So only thing a nigga good for is, you know what I'm saying, making babies and getting the fuck on. So that's the problem, man. You got it's way too much. You way too far separated from, you know what I'm saying, a 20-year-old or 18-year-old.
Hamp,
it's different here, bro.
Hamp, I saw the storm. I didn't know you were in Houston,
Mm-hmm.
but I saw the storm it down a lot of trees.
A lot.
And there was a black woman that filmed the video, and she walked around in flip flops. And behind her, I couldn't help but notice there was a tree down behind her, and she begging the government and somebody to come get them trees up. I bet a man with a chainsaw could have came through that town and fucked every woman moving just with a chainsaw. Because he would have got the traffic back flowing. He would have been the one that she was begging, please come get these trees out of the street so I can feed my baby, so I can go to the grocery store. So
You know,
hold
who else?
on. She wanted a man with a chainsaw. All the degrees in the world. All the degrees in the world. Yeah, 150,000, $200,000 salary, whatever you make it.
Mm-hmm.
At that point,
you know who else? You know who else could have did that?
When the shit hit the fan, that man didn't know how to work a chainsaw.
That's what's up.
He would have dropped her drawers to that.
That's what's up, Uncle Ruckus. What I'm trying to, but Uncle Ruckus, you know who else could have came through and did that?
Tell me she would.
A crackhead. Right, I like
ain't gonna have that kind of chainsaw.
The dope boy could have came through there and got some crackheads to move all that shit real fast.
Crackhead ain't gonna have that kind of chainsaw.
For $20,
Bro, hold you, bro.
What is crackhead gonna have that kind of chainsaw?
I did not realize one branch fell. I did not realize how heavy branches were, son. I could legit not move this shit. I don't like not being able to move shit. That's not my life.
Nigga, them trees ain't hollow, nigga.
Yo, bro, Miss Fantastic. I said I refuse to believe I can't get this shit to budge. So once it budged, I felt better. I went to Home Depot and got the chainsaw. This shit gonna move a little bit, goddamn it. Yo, you want to talk about heavy, bro? And I'm using the chainsaw. At first, I'm fucking it up because I got it too far in, which I do that often. Whatever. If y'all whatever. So, and then now I'm working it back and forth. I'm like, oh, this is better. And then I just put the tip in, and then that's how you start it. You know. I mean, my bad.
You had to learn that shit.
Yeah, on the fly.
But you heard he said he still ended up bringing the Mexican home. So that's what I'm trying to tell you at the end.
No, I got the tree out. I got the tree out.
Hey, listen, just attempting it. His woman saw that shit.
Yeah, she's like, good job on the tree. I'm like, thanks. But I ripped the floor up. I could do a lot of shit. Just that you know, I'm trying to get it done quick. So them guys they had the right tools too. You know, he had a saw.
Everybody else is trying to do get it done quick.
Here's the argument though. I think Mr. Gall is making. It would have taken me days as opposed to hours, but I could have gotten it done though.
Yes, what I'm saying is we live in the YouTube age. Anybody can go on YouTube and watch some shit to figure out how to get it done if that's what they really want to do. People care more about their time, man. People care about how they're spending their time. They don't want to spend their time doing that shit. And I'm not going to judge them if they got the bag to take care of it. And any chick you got to worry about bringing the motherfucker around because he know how to get some work done, get rid of that bitch.
Carrie with the 10 ounces. People that go to college get the same amount of praise as people that come home, especially these days. We celebrate because the person's free, they made it.
Absolutely.
Omar with the 50 ball says, I'm from North Philly, and I swear most brothers be on the steps. The fantasy about running these streets and dodging the pen is more fantasy than reality. So your jacket will match your behavior. Like that. Let's stop acting like the whole hood is gangsters. No, that's I agree with that for sure. Which one?
I don't think nobody doing that.
What?
Acting like the whole hood is gangster. We know they not. It's way more get up and go to work people than anything.
Yeah.
And when I'm feeling broke, E and J by my side, Henny like $40. This shit like
Joe Biden's with the $5 says, Hamp, you know I rock with you like Bobby Brown, but you missed an opportunity to edify Brother William on the epigenetics meeting. Clearly he didn't know. I think maybe he knew. I just didn't want to press it too far. That's all. Omar Smith with the $10. About time the freaky old nigga making sense. Aaron with the $2 says, God, what are you saying? God ref. What is he saying? Geo is that an acronym?
Oh no, he's talking about Game of Thrones reference. Do you respect Sam Tarly or Tywin Lannister? I'm gonna go with
who?
I don't know, man. That's a good ass question.
Who is Charlie? I know who Lannister is, but I'm trying to remember
who's the Kingslayer's name.
That's that motherfucker who had the crazy ass son, I think.
That's the midget dude, right?
No, Charlie's not. There wasn't. Charlie was another family. I think that was a red wedding. Charlie was a red wedding family, wasn't it?
The one that did the killing?
Yeah, that killed. Yeah, he killed the family in the fucking thing. Yeah.
No, see, Sam Tarly. Oh, Sam Tarly is Sam Tarly is what's the name? Best friend.
He found out who your boy was. He found out who Jon Snow really was.
Yeah, that was Jon Snow best friend. The little fat.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah.
Absolutely, I'm rocking with Sam. What we talking about?
Yeah, Samuel Taylor.
What we talking about, baby? What's Sam?
Matt P with the $2. Hamp the only jip. Matt, you're an asshole, Matt. Ed with the $2 says, we don't hate women, but women hate us, so it's a wash. Ed crazy as hell. Aaron with the $2 says, the lazy dude smashing the handyman girl too. Ed with the $2 says, I fix things for a living. Nobody gives a fuck. Aaron with the $2 says, don't matter if you the milkman, lazy man, pool man.
Women going, period.
Aaron with the $2 says, it's 2024. She is smashing who she wants. That's it. Period. Aaron with the $2 says, handy skills ain't keeping her loyal in 2024.
Ask Chris Brown.
It's whatever man with the $10 was popping. My brother said, I know a brother who called a woman to use her drill and had the nerve to say, let's meet at Home Depot. Joe Biden with the file says, it's not hard to comprehend what Atlas Shrugged is saying. Tighten your women's screws before a Mexican at Home Depot tighten her screws for the low. John was popping. Oh, what's up, my brother? I ain't seen you in a minute. I don't think. But the 20 ball says, oh, hey, you're off on this. Either you have the skills to do the things, ellipsis, or you got the bag to pay for it. No weakness in either. Hey, yo, what the $5 says, Beans is arguing to argue. Galt speaking straight facts. Even women in the chat are agreeing that being handy is a plus. Bravo Tech. What's popping? With the 20 ball says, it doesn't take 45 minutes to change a tire, but even if it takes you 45 minutes to do the job instead of calling somebody else, she'll respect that. By the way, I'm early 50. Salute to Bravo Tech. AC upgraded that membership. Salute. You thought your cousin wasn't? CJ with the $5 says, bravo. That's not true. They don't care who changed that tire as long as the job gets done. What's good, Hamp? Glad you back. Appreciate you, my brother. It's going down, man. August 11th. Hey, yo, with the $5 says, fantastic just reached so hard. Pause. You mean to tell me these women turning they nose up at niggas who cut their own grass?
Not even
Joe Biden's with the $2 says, John, no more whole body profiles, all right? Aaron with the $2 says, from alpha male perspective, Beans, Sam, or Tywin.
Oh, shit, yeah, Tywin. Yeah, yeah, the Tywin if you go in that
Tywin the midget?
No, Tywin was the daddy. Tywin was the daddy.
Yeah, he was the dad. He's about to kill his son who was the midget.
Yeah, the midget ended up killing him on the toilet.
Absolutely.
What's the nigga that got his hand cut off? I thought who was that?
That was Jamie. That was Jamie Lannister. That was Jamie. Jamie was
his sister, right?
Yeah. He had kids with his sister. Yeah.
Damn, that shit is weird, man.
Hey, Hamp. Can you read Tiffany's comment at 3:58 p.m.?
Is it free?
It's free. No.
I'm sorry. I don't know, Tiffany. I ain't pushing what she's saying. I just
hypocrisy. That's she cool. She cool. It's just free. That's all.